Welcome back to my Let's Play slash playing slash reviewing series of Amnesia the Bunker. And I'm actually going to start a new game here because I had an idea at work, like when I was at work the other day, that if I just go in and, start a new save for episode 4 for some reason, where I just go down here and randomize everything. And then because I'm doing a let's play, go check where's the save system. Make sure save system's on default. And yeah. I'm not even looking at these. You can pause the video if you want to see what I'm dealing with here. I'm not even looking at these because I just want it to be completely random. Hit continue. Game pausing hints off, everything else is fine. Yeah, that's pretty good. We're going to skip the intro because we've already done that. If you want to see me go through the intro to this game, then you can watch my part 1 of this series, which I have up on my channel. I'll leave a link to the playlist down below in the description, and probably a link to the episode in a card because, I just mentioned it in the video. And while I'm waiting for this game to load up, because it takes quite a while on my computer to load, I'm gonna just kind of make some small talk, I guess. Talk about a couple things I've wanted to talk about ever since I moved. The first of those being how do I feel about having moved. I actually feel pretty good. I gotta be honest, I feel really good. This is the happiest I've been in a long time. I don't know if you can tell by just the way I'm talking or anything like that, but I'm a lot more calm probably sounding, and a lot more I seem like I'm a lot more with it than I used to, because I'm just in general just less stressed because the situation I was in. You gotta understand, I'm not gonna go too into detail in this video about that, but I've toyed with the idea in my mind of making a video where I talk about my experience growing up and my relationship with my mom and how that kind of went to shit after certain things happened. But I'm not sure if I want to, because, well, for one thing, she watches this channel sometimes and I don't know if she'll see the video or not. She probably would. And for another, I kind of just want to leave it all behind me, if I'm being completely honest. And I really do not want to go here for this video, so instead, I'm gonna go into a different topic. And that topic is that I've gotten back into game developing, since I moved. Today, actually, I started working on Hensen Hopper again, which is the game I'm making, which you can find on itch.io and GameJolt. I'll link that down below as well. I worked on that for 6 hours today, using a time management tool that I coded as well. This is turning into a proper info dump right now. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I today, designed a whole, algorithm that handles, the difficulty curve for Hensen Hopper, and the way I did this is, instead of having, the waves, because before what I was doing was I was having, waves of enemies spawn based on, a random draw from a, from an array that's in the, script that handles, the gameplay flow. And it's something I can modify in the inspector window. Basically, the way this works is there are different enemies, obviously, and I can basically set up which ones spawn in which columns in different patterns, and then the patterns are randomly selected as you play whenever there are no enemies that attack you in the scene. And basically, what I did was, instead of having it select from that array, it now selects from a list, an internal list in the script that is built based on that array, but it uses a new difficulty system, I guess you could say, where each enemy has its own difficulty level, and the difficulty level of a wave is the sum of the difficulty levels of the enemies involved in it. And basically, it's based on your score, and it's the internal array is updated every 10 waves, and it will basically select different waves based on the player's score. So as you score higher, the game just becomes generally harder. And I know that note has commentary on it, but I've already listened to that in a previous video, so I'm not gonna go too into detail into that. I'm not gonna listen to anything I've already listened to in this series. I will probably listen to the stuff I haven't already shown you. let's go and see what we're dealing with here. So game pause and inventory is off. That's cool. I think our flashlight charge duration is short. That felt shorter than normal. We got some fuel from that room, which is cool. I mean, I guess I could just take a look at the difficulty settings, couldn't I? And the reason I actually decided to make sure I set save system to default is because last time I actually tried to record this video once before, and the save system got set to no saving, and I couldn't have that because I am doing an actual like let's play here that I'm planning to keep going for a little while, and I'm not gonna like, I don't plan on trying to finish this all in one sitting. I will probably record like 2 or 3 videos right now, but I won't be finishing this game in one sitting. I'm gonna be like doing it gradually, posting episodes of it on Mondays and Fridays, you know, like I did with the Grey Eagle series I did. I need to do more custom stories. Should I do like a custom story for Amnesia the Bunker after this? Like, I haven't actually finished any custom stories for Amnesia the Bunker yet. Mostly because I just like replaying the base game. I might not even bother, to be honest. Like, custom stories, like, I don't know. I kind of want to see more, like, linear custom stories for this game. As weird as that probably sounds to people. Considering I talk a lot about how much I like the escape room, like, feel of Amnesia the Bunker. So we have, reduced safe rooms not on, which means that these doors are not breakable by the creature. Because there's actually a setting where, like, those doors are breakable, and you kind of have to, like, be mindful of that. Nothing on there. Okay, nothing in those. What's my inventory looking like? Oh my god, we have a lot of slots. That is awesome. Okay, fuses and fuse boxes is off. That's nice to know. I'm just gonna kind of look around, see what we got around here to work with. We got 1 thing of fuel from our rat corpse burn room. This is the... I forgot that there was a door there. I gotta be honest. Okay, so there's some fuel here. Awesome. Awesomeness. Right, we're just gonna like, we're gonna do what we did before. We're gonna leave this off for the sake of like the intro section. I can't remember, did I get to where 5786, did I get to where I like opened the rest of the bunker in my earlier episodes? I think so. I do think so. I know exactly where to go, by the way. So this shouldn't take too terribly long. It's 5786, right? Yeah. Hey, I remembered something. That's so unusual for me. Like, normally I don't remember things. So yeah, same deal as before. We need to get the detonator handle. So, yeah. And I guess I am kind of sorry that I'm basically starting a new Let's Play at this point, but I don't know. I felt like playing on normal. It just was not difficult enough for me. You know what I mean? There was no excitement because like everything was just, there was just way too much items. It just didn't feel like I was really challenging myself. So I hope you understand that. Let's keep an eye out for traps. There's none around here, doesn't look like. I'm gonna say that, and then I'm gonna, like, step on one, and it's gonna blow me to smithereens. Okay, flashlight charge duration is definitely shorter than it was before. Which is gonna be fun, because that's one of the settings I don't normally mess around with that much. So, yeah. Okay. And revolver and locker is also on because, like, obviously that guy's, thing wasn't there. I need to get into Delisle. I mean, I could just have an attempt at guessing it. Same deal as before. We need to get into Delisle's locker. Claire's is here. Travers is not here, which means that, the gun is in another level. Oh, I found his code already, though. So if I find that, then I can get the revolver. That's cool. Great. I think, like, let me just explain so far what I've discovered. So far, I've discovered that, randomized locker locations is on, revolver unlocker is on, and, we have a shorter flashlight charge duration. More info is needed in regards to the trap amount and the resource amount. Like, I need to, like, play the game a bit more to, like, figure out what's going on there in terms of those. But it's the same mission that we did in our part 2 and 3. We need to get into Delisle's room and find ourselves his code. I'm keeping an eye out for traps. Okay, that's not traps. That's cool. I love that. So we're winding this up a lot more because it's, yeah, off. I've already read this. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of checking around, you know what I mean? Like, I can hide under this desk. We're pretty good, generally. Ooh, bottle. I mean, I guess I won't really be as cautious about what I'm picking up, considering we have, like... Oh, yeah, and also there's a lot more inventory slots. Like, I think we have the max inventory slot setting right now. I don't know how that's going to work with pocket bags. I never really messed with that before now. This is normally trapped, but it's not in this randomized difficulty mode. That's cool. Okay, there's absolutely nothing in here, though. I definitely am inclined to think that's trapped. Resource amount is low. Solely because, oh my god, what am I doing? I am so stupid right now. I'm making so much noise. I'm not paying attention because I'm talking. There's definitely, like, something to be said about trying to think your way through a situation while also talking to yourself about said situation. And I can't see a goddamn thing right now. I need this. Again, you guys are lucky that I bring the brightness up in post. Like, because you guys can probably see a little bit better than I can, but I can't see shit. Hey, 6086, I got Delisle's code already. Everything that I did in the last 3 episodes, I've now effectively managed to redo in 12 minutes. I'm proud of myself. I need to be able to see if there's a trap here or not. There is, so I'm not going that way yet because I'd have to disarm that. I mean, I guess I could just throw something, but then, like, the sound of the frickin' tripwire is gonna alert the thing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like it. Get what I'm saying? Right. Okay. I hope I'm not being too loud and bugging my neighbors right now. Like, I know I have, like, difficulty with volume control, and I'm afraid of, like, getting a noise complaint because, like, especially when I'm recording and playing a game with headphones like this, I can't really hear what's happening around me, and it's just, like, I feel like I'm, like, you know, being a problem. You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, okay, so we got that. I might just turn this on, so I mean, if only for the sake of seeing what the generator fuel time is. Actually, no, I'm gonna turn this on after I get the wheel. You know, the wheel. All's wheel that ends wheel, right? All's whale that ends whale. Everything's a whale. That's the pun. 100% that's the pun. Okay. It's Delisle. I don't even need this. Go here, and what was the code? Hang on. 6086. Okay. Hey, look at that. Everything that I did in the first 3 episodes, I've officially managed to re-accomplish in 15 minutes. That's pretty impressive, I'd say. You know, I actually have not tried Shell Shock. Like, the actual, hard mode for this game. That's what it's called. Okay. I'm gonna go quickly save, because I'm paranoid. I'm paranoid, you know? And I'd like to just, you know, make sure that I actually am safe before I go into, like, the sub-levels. This is what I've been waiting for. I've been waiting to be able to get into the sub-levels in this series. And I know I need to go to the soldier quarters to get the communications, the code for the arsenal. The fuses and fuse box mechanics off, obviously. So, like, that's not something I'm gonna need to worry about. I definitely do need to do a run of this on this channel where that's on, because that is such a cool mechanic. You know? Okay, now we're gonna see what the generator runtime per fuel item is. I can't tell how quickly that's going down, and honestly, I'm gonna just kind of, like, make sure that I have that where I usually have it. Okay, that's going down pretty quick, actually. Maybe I'll save my fuel. Yeah, I'm gonna save my fuel, because... yeah, that's going down really fast. Shoot. Okay. That's pretty cool. I do quite like that as a feature. I'm gonna wait until I get a bit more fuel to, you know, have that on, if you know what I mean. Okay, so, here we go. We're gonna go into the, oh my god. I guess the prison. Nah, that's a terrible area. That's a pain in the ass area to navigate. I mean, it's just a flare trap, I guess. There's a trap in the way of getting to maintenance too, so I can't even go try and get, like, the wire cutters to cut that away. You know, things like, I want that flare, you know what I mean? I mean, I guess there's also the one around the door by, on the door to, like, the, like, mission room, right? I guess what I could do is just set it off and hide in here. I could do that, I guess, but I mean, like, then I'd have to deal with the thing. Well, I've made a choice. I can't, this is the problem when you can't see a goddamn thing, is you can't tell what you're doing. Oh, didn't go far enough. Okay. So I've set that off. Okay, yeah, the music's changed. He's out. I know where I need to go. I'm on my way to the corner where I've hid before, and many times. I don't know what his difficulty level's like, though. That might be a problem. Because, I didn't look. So he may have a harder difficulty than I'm used to, and I wouldn't know it. That's what I like about, like, custom difficulty, though, especially randomizing it like this. I think this is something I'm going to start doing more often, like, randomizing the difficulty on my runs, because... just because, like, you know, for the whole, just for the challenge of it. Like I said, I did try and start a video at one, like, before, but the, you know, save lamp system got turned off for the randomization totally. And, you know, I'm doing a series, I can't really have that. So I just decided, you know, I'm going to start it again, but I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to make sure I turn save lamp to default positions. How does he know me? Exactly. I hear the screech of him having, like, detected me. Is he, like, If he's beelining right toward where I am, I'm gonna be so annoyed. You're a mean one, Mr. Stomps. You really, really smell. If I were in this place in real life, I'd probably die because you stink just that much. You relentless mother stinker. Is he running? Did he like blow himself up? Or something? I think I just heard him like charging away. No, 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 no. He's scuttling. He's skedaddling through the walls. He's in the walls. He's in the goddamn walls! Okay, I'm gonna try and just... I'm gonna make a beeline for... I'm gonna make a beeline for administration. Only because I need to end the video, and I'd rather him not, like, jump me while I'm trying to, like... While I'm between parts! Boop. Close this, close this, close it, close it. Closey, wozy, 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 dozy. Ooh. Right. Okay. We have now reaccomplished everything that I had accomplished in, the previous episode. In one episode. So, thanks for watching. I will see you in part 5 of playing/reviewing Amnesia the Bunker. Bye!